Hello you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. What is up? My name is Dia. Nice of you to join us for today's video. Alright, so now I have been gone for quite a while. I think my last upload was about a month ago. Well, now that we have like a little bit of like break from school, I'm really hoping that I'll be able to upload more content, and more content is coming your way, so you just hang in there for me, yes. So over the past couple of months, I have gotten new fragrances in my collection, and I want to talk about that. But I thought that it would be a very good idea to talk about fragrances that I recently used up, just to share my thoughts on them, whether my views from the first time that I put them on, I tried them, whether those have changed, if I've noticed like any changes over the the period of time that I had the fragrances, a sort of like update, if you will. Yeah, so if this sounds like something you might be interested in, because in this particular video we're only going to be talking about Middle Eastern fragrances that I have used up, and if my views or opinions of them have changed over the period of time. But yeah, if this sounds like something you might be interested in, please definitely stick around and keep on watching. I definitely did a little bit of roundabout there before I got to my point. Oh my god. Yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so this video is going to be in no particular order, and the very first fragrance we're going to be talking about is Noble Blush by Lattafa. Now this is one of the fragrances that I very recently used up. I feel like there's still a little bit left in there. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, there's a little bit left. Oh yeah. Now you guys know how I feel about this particular fragrance. Yeah, actually, first of all, I'm gonna rate this, and for me this is a solid 8.5 out of 10. It smells really good. This is such a creamy, kind of lactonic rosy fragrance. Now I have not noticed so much. Actually, I was gonna say I haven't noticed a lot of changes, but that's not true. Now I've spoken about this several times, and as you all know, the very first time I got this fragrance, I did not like it. I did not like the fragrance at all. It was overly powdery, and I was getting something, I guess, fruity or floral in it, but I wasn't really getting anything else. However, when I let this fragrance sit and I went back to it, I got this really creamy, kind of lactonic, and I hesitate to describe it as lactonic because it's not exactly milky, but it's not milky either. So for me, it's very creamy, kind of lactonic, but very, very rosy, and still powdery, just not as powdery as it was the first time. Now this is very long lasting, and it projects. It's so beautiful. Now I would say that when I had this, it got to a point where I was getting something kind of citrusy in the depths of the fragrance, but that did not stay very long for me, honestly. At the core of this particular fragrance is really a creamy, a sweet, gourmandy, creamy, rosy fragrance. It's very beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. Now a lot of people have said that this is inspired by Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush, or some people say that this reminds them of that particular fragrance, and honestly, in my very humble opinion, this does not smell like it. It does not smell like it. I know that fragrance. I like that fragrance. I think currently it was on my wish list for some time. I don't know that I still want it because I feel like I'm probably like, I've gotten fed up with the DNA, but that's neither here or there. This one, in my opinion, doesn't really smell like Good Girl Blush. I can definitely see them in the same family. And now I definitely thought that if I kept this longer, this would start to smell like that particular fragrance, but I wasn't really seeing that. I can see them belonging to the same family, but for me this is more rosy forward, and it's sweet. It's like a creamy velvety sweet, and I can definitely see like kind of like the similarities with Good Girl Blush, but they don't smell alike, in my opinion. If you're buying this one because you want a dupe of Good Girl Blush, this is not the one for you. It doesn't, however, change the fact that this is such a beautiful fragrance. Oh my god. If you're a gourmand girly and you like rosy fragrances, you're absolutely gonna love this one because it's so delicious. And I got tons of compliments whenever I had this on because it's a fragrance that really fills a space. I like it. It's very girly, it's feminine, it's so pretty, I feel like I've been talking about this for a while, so let's move on to the next one because I don't want this video to be too long. But yeah, I very much enjoyed Noble Blush by Lattafa. Yeah. All right, the next one we're going to be talking about is Marshmallow Blush. And as you all know, this is said to be inspired by Young Bougie Marshmallow. And I've spoken about this several times now. This one, I would rate it an 8 out of 10. Now, it's really pretty. It's really pretty. And this one does smell like the OG. But personally, I think I'm definitely one of those people who prefers the OG. I feel like that one is just fluffier and it's just creamier and it's just more girly. I don't know, but this is pretty good too. It's just I wasn't particularly wowed by it, but I would say this though, if you're looking for a creamy, fluffy, kind of like a strawberry milkshake kind of scent, I think that you will really enjoy this one. Now in the beginning I was kind of getting like some tartness in it. I would say that it's a tartness that I wasn't particularly getting after some time. It definitely got sweeter the longer that I had it. And I remember the in the beginning when I first tried this fragrance, I was getting like some coconut in there. I was no longer getting the coconut after some time. This is such a soft fragrance, and surprisingly it projected, and this lasted very long. Now I know that some people say that it doesn't last on them, but in my experience it definitely lasted. There was this one time that I had this on, like I put it on in the morning, and towards like 6 7 p.m. I was at Ross. I was foraging as one would, and there was this lady, like she tapped on me and she was like, what am I wearing? It's like apparently she had been smelling the fragrance like around, because I was around the perfume section. She was smelling the fragrance around, and like she was trying to see who was wearing it, and she came close to me, and she smelled it on me and she wanted to know, so I immediately showed her a picture of this. In my opinion and in my experience, it projects and it lasts long. If you're looking for something that smells very similar to Young Bougie Marshmallow, I think this is a very close enough inspired fragrance that you wouldn't necessarily be missing out too much from the OG. But I still very much prefer the OG, but this was pretty good too. Now the next one we're going to be talking about is Caramel Cascade, and oh my god, this scent is so controversial. Some people like it, some people don't, but I fall into the category of people who really like this because it really worked with my body chemistry. I really like this fragrance. It smells like a sweet caramelly kind of powdery lactonic fragrance. Now I definitely got like the play-doh-iness, the rubberiness that people were talking about, but on my skin and even on my clothes, this smells so good. It smells absolutely good. Now for me, I definitely would rate this a 7.5 out of 10 for the smell and the longevity and the projection. It's pretty good, but I can understand why she's not for everyone. And the thing that I used to do is I used to layer this with my caramel vanilla oil from Sensual Fragrances. Hold on, let me show you guys. So I used to layer oh my goodness, okay, it's not picking up on camera, it's too far. So I used to layer Caramel Cascade with caramel vanilla, which is also inspired by Bianco Latte. The both of them are inspired by Bianco Latte, and these two bangers, because this too is a sweet caramelly fragrance oil, kind of lactonic as well. It has like that powderiness to it. Is it powdery? I don't know. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, this is so sweet. This is more so like a toffee like sweet caramel and vanilla, and when I mixed these two together, they smelled really good together, and it was very very long lasting. Now for me, the more that I had it, the better it got, but it worked for me from the very onset, so I guess there's not much that I can say about that. But yeah, I know that this is a little controversial and not everyone likes it, and I definitely understand why. But I would say that before you decide to not get it at all, get like the smaller. Oh, you can try it, get a decant, or you can get like the smaller size, because I know they have like a 15 or 20 ml somewhere. Try that one first and try it on your skin to like really know if you like it or not, because I personally really enjoyed it. And like I said, for me this is a 7.5 out of 10 for the smell and the projection, for performance in general. But I wouldn't be repurchasing it, not necessarily because I didn't like it. I feel like generally in my nature I don't like to repurchase fragrances because I'm really more about experiencing the fragrance. So it's like once I have the experience of the fragrance, I rarely go back. But there are a few fragrances that have I liked so much that I went out and I got, you know, extras because I like them that much. So yeah, in the first place, I wouldn't be repurchasing this one because I already have the experience, but also because there are other inspired fragrances of Bianco Latte that I like the caramel vanilla, for instance. And there's another one that I got recently from Catalage. We will talk about that in another video. But for now, that is it. I don't remember that I particularly experienced any changes with the fragrance, except that it got much better with time, although it was good for me from the start. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, now this bottle just fell from my hand, and I was so afraid that it would break, but it didn't break. It's very hard. But anyway, the next fragrance we're going to be talking about is Bayn Al Asrar. And in all of the Middle Eastern fragrances that I've used that have changed over time, this is definitely one of those fragrances that really transformed. Now, you guys know, the very first time that I reviewed this fragrance, that opening, it was pungent, it was not great, it was sour, it was rancid, by God. But it really dried down into something soft, like fruity floral, very musky. And I liked the way it just clung to my skin. Oh my God. Now the longer that I had this, the less sour, the less rancid it was, and the softer and sweeter and even fruitier it got. It got to a point where I really started to get like that vanilla in the base. This fragrance became relatively sweeter with time, and it started to have like this skin like smell to it, kind of like it's like it's a it's an intimate fragrance, yeah. And like an intimate fragrance in a kind of like a human skin type of way, but not in a bad way at all, in the best way possible. It's such an intoxicating fragrance. I really like it. Look, it got to a point where I started craving this fragrance. Like I would go to school and I wanted to smell like this particular fragrance. I liked it that much. Now, this is said to be inspired by Amouage guidance, and you guys, I fell in love with the DNA of this particular fragrance that I went ahead and I bought another fragrance that is inspired by that one, and this is Decadent Dream by Maison Alhambra. And I want to talk about these two fragrances. Like I want to do a comparison video of these two fragrances in another video, but this is what I want to say. Now that I have tried this one, I kind of understand what people mean by Bayn Al Asrar being light, like relatively lighter as compared to the OG, which is thicker. Now this has like some thickness to it, and now I understand what they mean by Amouage guidance is a lot thicker, right? Because this one, truly, this one is lighter. It's much lighter, it's much softer, and by comparison it's fruitier. And I really want to do like a deep dive and, you know, like really like compare the two fragrances, because I do feel like between these two, if we had to pick which one is closer to the OG, I would think that Decadent Dream is most likely closer to the OG than Bayn Al Asrar, because this one by comparison is a lot fruitier, it's a lot sweeter. But I have to say that I like the way that this performs on skin at the moment between the two, but we'll get into that in another video. All I want to say is that this particular fragrance, I know like when you first get it, you're most likely not going to like it, but this is one thing that I can definitely assure you, like if you let this sit, if you let it mature enough, it's gonna get so good. And unless of course after it matures you still don't like it, then maybe you just don't like it, and that's okay. But this particular fragrance, oh my God, if you give it time, it gets so much better. Now I know that there are people who say they don't believe in maceration, but honestly maceration actually works for certain fragrances, especially for Middle Eastern perfumes. But I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, this quickly became one of my favorites, if not my favorite fragrance from Paris Corner, like currently. But yeah, I enjoyed it. This one, what would I rate it? For me, I'm very tempted to rate it like a solid 9, but let's say like an 8.59. That, you know, just for me personally. But yeah, this this was quite the experience. I absolutely enjoyed it. The next one we're going to be talking about is Floral Dedication, and this is inspired by what is it called, Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. Now this one, when I first got it, I absolutely loved it. This is like a sweet, candied, lemony fragrance. Gourmand, but not in a pastry kind of gourmand kind of way. It's more so like in a toffee-like kind of way. This was pretty nice. It projected and it was super long lasting, especially on clothes. This was super long lasting, surprisingly super long lasting. Now, as time went on, I felt like there was something in the depth of this particular fragrance that I didn't quite like, and I don't know. I don't know. I cannot quite put my finger on what about it I don't like very much, but there was something about it that I didn't like, and I just wanted it gone. And as you can see, it's absolutely empty. It was nice though. It was good. It does smell like the OG, but there were certain differences that I was picking up. Like there was like a certain boozy, kind of like almost woody accord to the OG that this one doesn't have. In the beginning I was getting like some kind of like a little bit more tartness, which is not necessarily in the OG. So they're kind of similar enough. Now I would say about like maybe what, 80 to 85% similar, je pense, peut-être, maybe, but I mean, it was good. It was good for the experience. It wasn't bad, but this is a fragrance that I definitely will not repurchase again, because I don't know, the longer it sat, the more that there was something about it that I didn't like. And if you've seen my video of this particular fragrance, I was very excited about it. Like, I really liked it. But I don't know, as time went on, I just didn't like it as much. And I think that it's probably not even an issue with the fragrance itself. I think it's something to do with the DNA. But we'll get into that in another video, hopefully. But yeah, for me, I will rate this like a 7 out of 10. It's nice for what it is. It's very affordable, and it does smell like the OG. It's just, now if I have to pick between the OG and this one, I definitely will go for the OG, although it's like more expensive than this one. But yeah, so the next two fragrances we're going to be talking about are from the Musk collection by Guld Orchid, and as you guys can see, these are totally empty. Yeah, totally empty. Now, one thing that I noticed was that, because my last two videos where I was talking about these fragrances, I tested them out by spraying them on my hands. Like, I didn't necessarily do like a full wear test, right? And I found that wearing these fragrances, the experience that you get when you actually put them on like throughout the day is very different from when you just spray them on your hand, like somewhere on your skin, and you know, you go about your day. Very different. And I'm gonna start with this one. Now this one, honestly, in the beginning, it wasn't really one of my favorites, and you know, it's still not necessarily one of my favorite. This is said to be a cotton candy smell, but for me, you don't get much cotton candy. You do get like some floral fruity notes, very clean, soapy. It's powdery, and one of the things that I absolutely noticed when I actually started wearing this fragrance out was how it has like this baby powder scent to it. It's very baby powder, like a newborn baby almost. It's not necessarily bad. It's not bad at all. I just feel like it can be a little too much, I guess, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I liked it. I liked wearing it, you know, to school for days where I didn't want to like put on overly strong fragrances, because I didn't want to like, you know, disturb other people. And this was surprisingly pretty long lasting. Like, I could smell it on me the whole day. It was nice. It's just if I'm ever doing like a re-ranking of all of my favorites from that particular collection, this one is not going to be in my top options. It's not going to be my top choices at all, but it wasn't bad. It's just, if you're looking for a cotton candy, like a true cotton candy smell, I don't think you're getting that with this one. And I feel like I've mentioned that several times, but yeah, definitely you get more of that baby powder ness to it when you actually wear it on your clothes. But yeah, on the flip side though, pistachio, you guys remember pistachio was not my favorite in the very beginning. Oh my god, the more that I wore this one, the better it got. Now, I still cannot completely assure you guys that I don't get something that kind of gives slightly peppery. But that definitely died down the more that I used it, but it's still kind of there. But this one though, this is such an interesting take on a pistachio fragrance. It's sweet, it's nutty, but it's very clean. It's very clean. It has like an almost soapiness to it. I guess kind of powdery, but not necessarily. And when I would wear it, I really got like that pistachio on my clothes, and I absolutely loved it. This quickly became one of my favorite from this particular collection. I think it's very interesting. I really like it. Now, for me, I will rate the cotton candy like a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. And for the pistachio, you know, I'll rate this like an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. Honestly, it's really good. It's really good. I really like it. It is really, really good. It's really, really good. Alright, so in the next part of this video, I'm going to be talking about fragrances that I've made significant dents to, because I know that I would use them up very soon. But I just want to add like my thoughts on them in this particular video, so that I don't have to like do another video to talk about the same thing. But anyway, so now let's just keep going with the Gulf Orchid Musk perfumes, because now you can see that I've made like a relative dent on the Piña Colada and a little bit on the Angel Musk. Now I want to share some of the differences that I've noticed when I like actually started wearing this particular fragrance. And I'm gonna start with Angel Musk just because I find it particularly interesting. Now this particular fragrance, yeah, the first time I tested this out, definitely get like a spiciness to it. It is sweet, it's powdery, it's clean, but the more it's like when I first sprayed this, like I did like a proper wear test, I found that this had like it has like a certain bread quality to it, and it's the weirdest thing. I don't know how to like really describe what I'm talking about, like, but like it's still spicy, it's still clean, musky, definitely has like that, you know, very Middle Eastern trait to it, but it has like a bready quality to it, and that is so interesting. That is so interesting. I have made this fragrance a scent that I wear to bed, and I haven't worn it in a while, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a pretty interesting fragrance, but it's definitely one of those in this particular collection that I would highly encourage that you test out before you get a full bottle. But yeah, un peu bizarre. For Piña Colada, now of course this was already in my top 3, and it was in my top 3 for a reason, but by God, this has gotten better and better with time. This is so juicy. This is so juicy. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. It still has like that citrus quality to it, and I don't know, there was this one time that I sprayed it on my butt, like on my clothes, and I was picking up on something that smelled kind of like caramel, but I don't think there's like caramel. Ooh. I don't think that there's caramel in the scent notes, but this is so nice. It's so nice. It still has like that clean soapy quality to it, but it's a lot more juicy than I remember. It's so much better. It's so much better. So this is what I do, yeah. And I'll be talking about this fragrance next, but I pair Mystique Bouquet by Afnan and Piña Colada together, and let me tell you guys, this particular combo, I was stopped on 2 occasions in the past few days, on 2 occasions where people wanted to know what I was wearing, and I showed them pictures of this immediately, because I showed it to them immediately. But like this combo together, absolutely mwah. And you know, it makes sense because the 2 of them, they both have like a citrus in the scent profile, and also like I think like an orange or an orange blossom in there, so it just makes sense, like the both of them go well, you know, so well. But yeah, these 2 absolutely, yeah. But this one, the more that I use it, the better it gets, and I am very tempted to give it like a solid 9 out of 10 because it smells so good and it projects and it's long lasting. Yeah, this is definitely one of the fragrances in this particular collection that I highly like. I would highly recommend because it's perfect for summer. It's perfect for summer. It's so juicy and it's so smooth almost. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Now let's talk about Afnan Mystique Bouquet. Now this one, as you guys can see, I've made quite a dent in this particular fragrance. But I'm not the hugest fan of it. I don't know if I've mentioned, I think I've probably mentioned that when I was talking about this video in my this perfume in my last video. Now this, wow, this is such a beautiful fragrance. This is such a beautiful fragrance. It's definitely for me a very citrus forward fragrance, like a citrus white flower, slightly powdery musky fragrance. Is really nice, but there's something in here that I don't quite like, and I'm suspecting that might be the ambroxan. But I think in general I'm just not the biggest fan of very citrus forward fragrances. I feel like it has to be done a certain kind of way for me to really like it, like if there's like a coziness or like a warmth to it. This one has like a certain warmth, but not in a way that I like. It's warm, but it's not necessarily cozy. um it's nice though. It's such a beautiful fragrance, and like I said, I've been stopped twice, a few times, but I remember two of them because those moments really um um marked me of it. I know how to say it in French, but it's hard for me to like express it. No, but those moments really stayed with me. Like these two of it, I'm not gonna get into that, but like this is very nice. It's very, very nice. It's very nice. I guess it's just not my kind of scent. It's a very signature worthy fragrance though, and oh my god, just look at that bottle. It's so beautiful. Yeah, and for me, there are times where I don't necessarily like a fragrance, but I would, use it as quickly as I can because I want it out of my collection. And this is gonna be finished. I'm gonna use it up in a couple of days, that's for sure. But it's a really pretty fragrance. It's just, I guess, not necessarily, c'est pas vraiment mon truc, hein? It's not really my style. I'm just gonna say that if you're not particularly sure, how would I put this? Now, if you're not a fan of citrus fragrance, because I definitely, I somehow missed the memo that this was a very it's a very citrus forward fragrance in my opinion. So if you're not somebody who is a particularly a fan of those kinds of fragrances, or if you don't like ambroxan, this is definitely a kind of fragrance that I would say test out first before you get a full bottle. But I will say though, if you do get it, you wouldn't be, wasting your money, because truly it's a beautiful fragrance. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's nice. I just yeah, but this one, this one, what would I rate this? I'll rate this like a solid 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10, or like a 9.5 out of 10, because truly is a beautiful fragrance. It projects very nicely. It's long lasting. It definitely would, oh, this is strong. It's strong. Is I wouldn't necessarily say that this is soft, but it's soft in the sense that it's not a harsh fragrance. But it's not, where was I going with this? It's where was I going with this? I'm talking too much. I'm just gonna say that this is a really pretty fragrance, and I have gotten quite a few compliments when I had this on, especially when I layered this with the Piña Colada. But I think that for me, this is not really my preferred scent profile. It's nice, and I'm thinking that I might not like it as much, also because of that ambroxan. But yeah, I know Maison Alhambra also has like their version of this one. I'm curious to try that one and see what that's like. But for now, yeah, Mystique Bouquet, however, it is pretty. Now we're gonna be talking about the last one, and this is Athena by Maison Alhambra. And you guys know I prefer this one to Angam, and I am afraid that Lattafa's Angam probably has kind of low-key spoiled my appetite for this particular DNA, like the lavender vanilla DNA. I don't know, I just found it too gourmand. It's a pretty fragrance though. It's really nice, and I get why a lot of people like it. And I wish I had tried Athena first before that one, just to see how I would have felt about it. But this is what I would say. Now, I have had Athena for quite some time. This is still a sweet fragrance. Like, you still get that kind of almost sticky sweet vanilla with the, why did I say like that? Oh my goodness. I can't even talk. So you still get that sticky sweet vanilla with that lavender. But I'm noticing now that the longer that I have this fragrance, the more the citrus is in here pull through. Like, the more that I get those citruses, what? The more that I get those citruses, and I feel like it's probably because of that floral citrusy lavender combo that this fragrance has like a certain sharpness to it. Now, don't get me wrong, the original, the OG, what is it called, Burberry Goddess, that one has like a sharpness to it. It has like a floral lavender sharpness to it with that vanilla. It's pretty. And this one also has it, but I do feel like the citruses in here is probably adding to that sharpness to it. Now, I have made quite a dent in this is one of the fragrances that I just want out of my collection. Like, I want to use it up. I still like it, don't get me wrong. It's okay, I guess, but it's okay. It's just, I feel like the more that that citrus pulls through, the more that this kind of deviates a little from the OG, but it still has the DNA, but it's a lot more citrusy. But yeah, I guess it's nice. I want it out. I don't know. It's like now I'm no longer, very enthused with this particular DNA, like the Burberry Goddess and Angam, and this one is just I think low-key I'm kind of fed up with the DNA. I'm kind of fed up with DNAs of certain fragrances. That's how I feel about the Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. It's like I don't like that DNA as much. I don't like this particular DNA as much either. I'm wondering if there's another, I don't know, I guess it's a season thing, probably, peut-être. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have used any of these fragrances. Have you noticed any changes with them over time? Do you like them more or do you like them less with the changes that you've noticed over time? I'm gonna end the video here. I do have a few more fragrances that I want to talk about, like this one for instance. I want to do like the comparison with this one and Bayn Al Asrar. I have a few new perfume oils in my collection that I absolutely want to talk about. I'm very excited about that, and a few new fragrances as well. But for now, I'm gonna end the video here. I would try as much as possible to upload as often as I can, and I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for your continuous support. I know that we have grown quite a bit, and I'm very appreciative, and I'm very happy, and I'm very excited. I'm so glad for the support. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm repeating myself because I feel a little tired. Do I talk very fast in my videos? Because I feel like I'm just rambling. But je m'arrête ici. I'm gonna end here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye.